Okay, this is my wax carving setup. So everyone gets so confused about how to remove your wax model of the teeth safely, because I feel like a lot of people, that's the most common question from my Grillz course, is people have issues with removing the wax model, and even after even after we oil the cut plaster and then apply the wax, we can still find the model to be extremely sticky. So what you need to do is you have to make sure the wax is cooled down first, and you need something like, you need a scalpel, either a curved one or a straight one is okay. And I will heat my scalpel up, and you need to trace the 360 degrees all around your wax model. Otherwise, it will not pop off. You want it to click off, you know what I mean? Like it's like a little, the wax itself should naturally just fall off when you trace all around it. Okay, a little bit more heat. You can see here we have a lot of excess wax. See? And just make sure, remember you have to wet your, I'm not yelling. Remember you have to wet your dental stone first. So run this underneath the tap and then apply baby oil. In this case, I got like, I got cuticle oils because when I work, I like to apply some on my hands too. It works the same on these models. Just make sure you oil it and let the oil dry. So practice makes perfect. I think the worst thing you can do is after you have the wax on there and you get frustrated and you start pulling it off with your hands. Like, don't do that. Just make sure everything is done with a scalpel. It gives you precision. And yeah, there we go. That is a cap. So I'm going to be cleaning off the back, obviously. Okay. Obviously, right now I've already separated the wax model from the dental stone. So right now, if I just give it a carve around the edges again, give it a clean, a lot of it doesn't need to be there. And this just right now is just in a removable mode, and I'm gonna go ahead and keep on like shaping it. I need this one to be quite thick because I'm going to set diamonds in them. So using my dental wax carving from Amazon, I'm just using a very thin defined tip, and I'm going to just slowly smooth out the edges. Just basically making it look like a defined tooth. And go back in with the toothbrush. I won't be heating up my tool because I'm kind of just burnishing the wax, like I'm burnishing it smooth. I'm not removing too much because I need to maintain the thickness. This is going to be an I-style Grillz. Yay, and then smooth that. And at the back, a lot of people tell me that their wax model shrinks. I've noticed like if you keep consistent thickness from the back and the front, the wax wouldn't shrink as much. So what I mean is, like, some people make the back very thick because they don't care about the shape of the back too much. It's all about the front. Oh my god. And then that's what's sorry, if you ever do that, you can just finish it. So that's what makes your wax model shrink, because it's going to shrink where it's most thick, if that makes sense. So it's going to, if you hand in the wax model and during the casting process, and you have one side of your wax is like super thick, very like a lot of mass, and the other side is quite thin, it's going to shrink towards the thick part of the model, if that makes sense. So basically, if you want to avoid shrinkage, keep everything very clean, neat, and evenly distributed. So keep your wax evenly distributed. Obviously, if you're doing like special shape on top, like a special carving, that's absolutely fine. It's going to have like a lot of mass. I would recommend to use a different, like for example, if I want to draw like make a puffy love heart on top of this, and I don't want to like affect the integrity of the wax shrinkage, I will use like dental wax and slowly like a different type of wax that's a little bit more light, and then build my shape on top of that. But that is like also most like a little bit advanced wax carving. You can discover in your own time. But basically what I'm doing now, I'm just making a simple cap. There's nothing with special carving, no charms. I need this cap to be thick and smooth so that it can be paved with VVS diamonds. Yeah, and at the back, we'll just give it a clean. Make sure the wax, because right now it's a little bit thicker at the back. So I'm just burnishing. I found the most, like a lot of jewelers, like they already know how to carve wax, but they just don't know how to carve it while working with this model as well. Okay, so a little bit more burnishing. You can see I'm just gonna smooth it out. So right now, because I've been using my hand a lot, the wax can be a little bit hot. So we're gonna leave it for a bit to cool down, and then we'll just do the removing part again. Now we're gonna take this wax. So never use your hand to take it off. I mean, you can if you have very like delicate hands, but I'm going to be using a scalpel because you should always just manipulate your model with a scalpel, and that just comes right off. Look at that, like double check the thickness. Okay, that looks good. Okay.